Well, looks like your paint's getting a little worn. I can touch it up for you if you like. Only fair, considering how much you do for us.
Any cosmetic changes must be approved by Agent Ibarra, who is responsible for maintaining this unit. His current level of care exceeds baseline requirements.
Oh, I know, you're looked after. Just want to help you shine like the gem you are.
What? Who taught you that?
I'll talk to Niles, and
Kindly
we'll treat
don't
you to a
interrupt
tune-up
me.
spot clean.
Whichever
What do you
void
say?
brain know
Due
nothing
to the
decided
Valerie
Mantis
unit's
stores are more
protective
cost-effective
anti-blood
than
stain
troopers
coating,
did not
Agent
include
cleaner
the
with
loss of
diluted soap
vibrations
should be
in the
effective
budget.
in ridding your unit of even the toughest grease. Please
Just
avoid all
think of
sockets
that.
and cease cleaning immediately if
Don't
sparks
think
occur.
about foul, disgusting, odorous, vile. Nope. Think of the bit.
I'm curious, Val. What do mechs get up to in their free time? Must have been hard being without a crew for almost 10 years.
Correction. This unit was not without a crew. Agent Ibarra was present.
Well, yeah, but he's Niles. He can handle himself. Surely you did something else aside from playing nanny all that time.
Over the years, this unit also performed the roles of cook, cleaner, physician, pilot, and occasional pest remover.
Oh? You got pests on the incognito?
Not anymore.
Oh, a freelancer. I didn't know we hired any, but I'm glad to have you. Especially after that last attack.
Action!
Hunkering down!
Attack!
And
Got something to that.
You came at us from the scrapper side? You must be more than a mite brave, or foolish. They're dangerous. Maybe they're handled.
Got a mean streak. Back in business.
No scraps.
Alert.
Hard to scrap.
Hostile.
No adrena time. Head hurts bad.
Think the cult's signaling that we ain't welcome here. But I ain't too keen on heeding signs.
Hostile ahead. What's the play, man?
There best be a stiff bottle waiting for me if I ever manage to make it out of this barrel.
Last time I heard someone in this much distress, they downed a whole bottle of liftoff on a dare. He's done for.
Oh no, it's... No, I'm really not. There was uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now it's... Why didn't I wash them first? Thanks for the preposterously late advice. How about you leave me to endure my pulpy penury in peace? Oh, why won't it stop burning?
Rub some ice on it. You'll be all right.
Why does it burn so bad? There was uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now it's... Why didn't I wash them first? No, I don't think so. I'll just suffer it here for a while longer. Oh, why won't it stop burning?
Rub some ice on it. You'll be all right. I'd say it's at least moderately concerning that the presiding bishop's agent knew when and where to find us. They can call it predictive all they like. I call it stalking. But an invitation to parlay ain't nothing to scoff at, considering. Anyway, was there something you needed, Commander?
Cowards! You've never abetted me without subterfuge! Unhand me, and I'll show you how a true acolyte fights! corpses off one by one if you don't let me out of here!
Vocal patterns indicated a high level of sincerity. There is an 89% probability that the imperiled person may imperil others upon release.
Let me out! I'm here at the behest of the exalt. Hey, you! Let me out of here!
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Azza. You are? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves. None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with uranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. There is one other thing. I have similar business at the N-ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price, though maybe with more disemboweling. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course. I'm not going to wax poetical with you about my life while there's traitors in serious need of killing. All you need know is that I'm good with a knife. What do you say? Nothing that will live to regret, but it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill us some traitors. I can't believe I'm surrounded by idiots. Not you, I mean the other idiots. They betrayed me, they betrayed the Dawn. they need to die. What more is there to know? Who can say what drives those who have clearly lost their minds?
I ain't got anything nice to say here. You take this one.
It will be for the swine who betrayed me. Oh, you mean the range itself? It's a site for developing and testing N-ray technology. N-rays can be deadly once processed, and they should be fairly contained, though I wouldn't put it past those fools to have meddled with things beyond their comprehension. I just hope they haven't all gotten themselves killed before I've had a go at them.
Such as?
We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught.
Why does it burn so bad? No, I'm really not. There was. Why didn't I wash them first? Are you daft? Do you think I wanted to handle that?
I've got a much better way to end his suffering. Permanently.
What? No, that's not. Someone help me!
know I've nothing but disgust for your corporate overlords. At least the invasion stirred up some much-needed chaos in Arcadia.
Have I mentioned that I got no interest in your opinions of my overlords?
We can always talk about you then. Like how you were the victim of corporate greed and hubris.
Reckon I wasn't clear. I got no interest in your opinions about anything.
Now this is just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
can hear those wriggly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Stop your silliness, fool! The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends.
.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by, is it 30 or, oh, hello.
Look at the state of this poor fool. They just left her bleeding out? Exsanguination is an art. Where's the precision, the pride in their work? This is just embarrassing.
There's a cultist behind you. Wait, surely she isn't with you. No, of course not. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds.
Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of boredom. If I was in charge here, all of you'd be dead. He soon will be.
Yes. I'm sure you'll kill them quite well. The crazed people like your friend here have been sowing destruction throughout the range for days. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays.
Their actions are inexcusable. Science allows us to unveil the wonder of the rifts. We do not disrespect it. Now, is there any science around here we can use to find and kill them?
It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. If I'm still alive in a week, I'll put in a suggestion to the presiding bishop that N-ray scanners be standard issue. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
Marginal, Commander.
I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses.
the N-ray scanning device the scientist was talking about?
Got my lamps on a hostile.
Armed and ready. Get on with the killing.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Sharp enough. Not bad.
That's a Glorious Dawn communication device. Our cells use them to send and receive encrypted messages.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
Worth a look. Worth a look.
Relax, Vader.
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage. Why don't you unlock the door?
That wasn't intentional.
You are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians. Oh, thank you very, very much for dealing with those cult... it seems you missed one.
What? Where? I thought we dispatched with all of those traitors, charlatans. Fine. Just trying to add some levity into this pathetic creature's drab existence.
I can see it would be best for me to tactically overlook your comrade. Very well. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, I shouldn't have had to worry. Damn that Victor and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife. That he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, they damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range. Survived is something of an overstatement. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. I would be more sympathetic to their collective plight, and they not promise to insert every item in this room down my throat in reverse alphabetical order. Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted. I shall. Thank you again for your help. I shall collect my belongings and, well, leave for my life once it seems safe.
Once again, ask you to stop. The path ahead is filled with unseen traps. Whether cultist or wayward scientist, you will be killed. I cannot afford your interruption. Once more, please cease. I cannot believe this. How many times must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. You have been personally. Is over. Please. Cultists and interlopers breaching my defenses at once? I should have anticipated this. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Because the order cannot be hindered by war or by compromise. Any obstacles must be removed, as much as I regret the need to do so. If De Vries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the order shall find its way to truth. Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. I am not at liberty to divulge the reasoning behind my actions. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you. Your verbiage does not conceal the gaps in your knowledge. But the presiding bishop has taught us that ignorance is not a punishable sin. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end. If what you say is true, then you have my tentative thanks. However, scientific certainty would absolutely have prevented that from happening. We would have predicted it. De Vries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be pursued. The one right path for humanity, revealed to us. Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray. What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to himself? No, that's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work on my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees. Augustine couldn't have done such a thing. She was on a secret mission at the time. I don't wish to believe you, but what you're saying has the ring of truth to it. I've been a fool going along with this farce. But it stops now. My relationship with Augustine is at an end.
This poor fool seemed intent on doing himself and us both. Impressive work convincing him otherwise. What say I have a go at him with my disemboweling knife? See what he knows. Your loss. Don't like to boast, but I am quite the artiste with a knife.
I believe that's another thanks I owe you. You certainly keep interesting company. I found a way to, via the use of processed N-rays, send objects out of phase. It was inconsistent, but I was close to isolating the procedure. DeVries needed explosives for her plan. By making them unseen, the explosives could be placed as efficiently as possible. No one would be maimed or injured, just killed. Saying that out loud now, it sounds unreal. But somehow, I convinced myself that leaving no survivors was more humane. It's a shame I can't speak to a vicar. I appreciate your consideration. Things could have been very different had your cooler head not prevailed. Here, it is the key to my quarters. Take whatever you find. That will ensure that I cannot use any of it to further DeVries' aims, even if I wanted to. You've certainly convinced me I cannot remain here. May we meet again, when the paths of our lives are at greater apexes.
God damn it! We've killed every traitor in this place, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch wasn't among them. The leader of a cell. In this case, that would be Ziegler. And extinguishing him is obviously our next priority. They were operating under his orders. But since he wasn't here to lead them in person, they would have maintained regular contact using one of our communication devices. We should return to the one we saw earlier. It will hopefully yield some worthwhile information. This is it, the Dawn's communication device. Let's see what I can find on it. Not much, but there are a few encrypted messages from Ziegler reporting on a rift in Paradise Island he was sent to study. Idiot didn't even have enough respect to stay to kill me himself. Well, it's of no consequence. Now that I know where he is, let's go show him the error of his ways. I'm right behind you, but not in a threatening way.
So they can be modeled as an idealized.
I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your thesis.